StockPulse News Debrief in the mining sector. Timberline Resources trades TBR on the Venture Exchange as they announce high-grade gold and silver assay results from the Oswego Trend Eureka project in Nevada. Moments ago, I caught up with the CEO, Steve Osterberg, and he laid out a little bit about Timberline and what the news really meant to the company.
Well, Timberline's been around for, since the late 2000s, mid to late 2000s. And our primary, for a number of years, our primary asset has been the Eureka property in Nevada, south end of the Battle Mountain Eureka Trend, one of the great prolific gold producers in the state of Nevada. It's a classic Carlin type system. Our work up through about 2014 had identified about 650,000 ounces on the Lookout Mountain deposit. That deposit is a classic low-grade Carlin system, amenable to heap leaching. Needs quite a bit more work before it can be advanced, though. And we do have some high-grade intercepts on it at depth that are potential to work going forward. But the recent work is on a parallel zone, which we uncovered from some historic records, evidence of a channel sample from a credible company running 281 feet of 0.361 ounces per ton gold. That's pretty rare in Carlin systems. And so we got very keen on following this up to resample and to validate it. And in fact, we did, and that's the basis for the press release today. And we've also been able to find that there was quite a lot of historic drilling in the area, but we've noticed that much of that drilling, in fact, appears to likely be very shallow and parallel to what may be the key structure here, and along which the gold is coming. So we feel, in Carlin systems, you're always looking for zones of permeability, and then, if you want to put it this way, traps, stratigraphic or structural traps, where the gold is precipitated. And historically, all this drilling seemed to be on these narrow structures. We think with these kinds of grades, you're really looking at hair coming off an elephant, and or that's the model at least. And so we now understand that there are receptive sections of stratigraphy in the stratigraphic column, in the rock column there at the site. And so as we work this thing up, we see an opportunity to be testing for a much larger system that's tapping this third of an ounce type mineralization.
What's next from here?
Next step is we'll complete some field work. Ultimately, we'll be looking at probably a fence of holes across it to test for the stratigraphic tests, and then see how it might develop into something much bigger. And I should add, this is really only one of the three properties we've got, or we're working on acquisition of two other properties too that are large porphyry copper gold systems at the north end of the Battle Mountain Eureka Trend. And we had put a press release out on one of those back, about three weeks or so ago. That would be worth you digging up as well.
There you go. Steve Osterberg, President, CEO, Timberline Resources, TBR on the Venture. Appreciate the time, Steve.
Yeah, very good.